So hello everybody, my name is Oleh, I'm a .NET developer, and today we will have a relatively short podcast on the topic about the Entity Framework 7, which is the current one in the .NET 7, and about many-to-many complex queries. So how to make these queries using the projection and how to include some complex data. So let's proceed on our project which we have done in the last video. So this one. Yeah, so here we, as a bootstrap, we have the DB context, which is a sample context, and which has the following structure. So it has some persons, each person can have orders with order details, and we have their products table, so which are included to the orders. So and the table orders has the many-to-many relationship with the products. So one order can have many products, and from the other side, one product can be in the same multiple orders. So about the building of our DB context, so how we configure it. So first of all, we have order details. So just as one to one. Next we have one to many between order and person. So because one person can have multiple orders. And here we have a complex binding of the products and orders. So using the entity order product. So just as a reminder, so if you are doing this complex binding, you should first of all has many, including which the entity which is many from the one side, the next side, and here when we are specifying the intermediate entity, we should include the entities just in the same order. So for example, if you are making the relationship between order and orders and products here as order has many products with many product orders. So we have to keep this order in the intermediate entity. So the order product has one product with many, has foreign key. Then the next type builder, which provides us with binding with the orders entity. So not this way. So let me try and yeah. So for example, if we are making it this way, we will receive the compile error because the order should be kept as here. So no workaround. So just this way. Yeah, and as far as I have mentioned that we are going to use the projection query, let's go to our API, in the server project, which is shop repository, and let's create a complex mapping with this one. So for example, we have here person detail, and let's create the new detail of the person ext for extended detail this way, and let's copy this one, and we will extend it with products. So and better if I will we'll keep this file, but we'll add the details in order to get better the structure of our detail profile. So first of all, it will be person detail. Let's go to the person and see first name, last name, age, and gender, and we have the orders. And which order has the info, has the person, and has order details, and order details has shipping address. So how we can do in terms of the DTO. So let's create the record of order DTO, and let's provide the data for this DTO which will be needed on the front end. So on the front end we will need let's go one more to the order. So person ID probably we are gonna not to need, but also we will need the info. So let's create the string info. Next, what we are gonna need, not order details, but let's squash it to the one DTO. So order details just contains the shipping address property. So, and let's create so info string shipping address. And after that, we also gonna to specify the product DTO. So the product DTO, let's go to the product and let's see what does the product have. So it has just the name, just the price. ID we can also omit for brevity. So yeah, we are not gonna to include it to the frontend part. So the name and the price. So let's create the public record of the product DTO. And let's provide it with string name and decimal price. Next, what we are gonna do here when we are doing the projection query, so the product DTO should be included to the order DTO, and let's include it as an array, because if we are gonna to create the DTO just for the viewing purposes, we obviously need just an array, so not list, because it does not have any difference in terms of rendering it in a cycle and so on. So let's create product DTO of products. So products, yeah, this way, and each person will have also person ext DTO, and it will have the array of the order DTOs. So order DTO array called orders. Yeah, just this way. So we can do it like this, and yeah, so here we have our DTO structure, and we can make a query which is projecting our database structure to the DTO. So let's go to the repository and let's create public async task of type, let it be order DTO, not person DTO, person ext DTO array, which will be of type persons. So persons can do this ext here. And how this will look like. So we are going to use the async query. So await context dot persons dot select, like in this example, but we are gonna to alter it a bit. So let's copy this one. Next to array async, okay, and person ext DTO. Next, the way the person ext DTO alters from this original one is just by array of the orders. So we are gonna to use person dot orders dot select. So select, and for each order we are gonna to select the order DTO. So it will be order DTO, and it will have the o dot info, next o dot order details dot shipping address here. So like this, and also it will have the products. So we can do it by new, not by new, but orders dot products dot select, and for each of the products we are gonna to create the new product DTO, which will include just e.name, e.price. Yeah, that's it. And the last thing which we have probably forgotten is to call to array. So to array here, and also we need to create the array of this one of the orders. So here we are just gonna to use the same to array. Let's probably we are missing something probably. So person orders dot select dot new order DTO, next products dot select, and completely forgotten about that. So like this way we are gonna to project this all data. We can also use the valid pseudonym here, so like this way. So what we are doing here, so we are selecting the person ID, person squashing the first name last name to the name property. Also we are including the age property, gender, address. Next we are projecting the orders relationship to the array of the order details. And inside the order details, we are projecting the products which are included to each order to the product DTO. So this way, but one moment, just here. So when we have order details, and order details can be null, so we should include the null possibility here. So order details. Better if we do it like this. Order detail, if order details for the details, it will be the order details dot shipping address, and as a fallback we will have this one. So order details, or maybe let's keep it here for now, and let's look how it will work. So let's create the API of this method in the program CS. So it will be just persons ext, and it will be just the persons ext here. And let's go to our front end here to the persons, and let's create the other array of person DTO array of person ext, and let's call this API. So person ext will equal the calling to the person ext here, and just this way. So because we are casting it to the array, not casting, but we are deserializing it from the JSON just to array, not to list. And let's try this configuration and look how it will handle this workload. So it's warming up, and here persons, and probably so we have an error. probably with that null reference. Then JSON, throw an exception. Very interesting. Very interesting. So let's also specify the breakpoint here in the API. So, or probably we'll run it one more time. To get which error we are getting here. On which exactly stage this error does occur. So here no error, here no error, and yeah, so probably this error here. Let's start. Okay. So let's look at this API. So it will be await repository persons.txt. Maybe let's provide it with a statement body. So here and let's look. Persons await, and here we can go with return persons. Yeah, and let's make the breakpoint here, and let's see where exactly this exception happens. So because it could be the API exception, so and it's much easier to debug it. Yeah, so we have not reached that endpoint probably, but let's run it one more time. That's why I have mentioned previously that debugging of the Blazor server DTO could be quite complicated here, because we need to debug both API and the front end, and currently we do not see this exception here. So, but let's assume that this exception is just in the here, and let's try to omit it for this moment. So let's omit this property, and let's see whether it will work this way or not. So let's run. So, and in the next video I will try to get hands on the Blazor WebAssembly the server part debugging a more convenient way. Yeah, and what's here? Handles exception resolving components. Valid start of the value for the value. Yeah. Person system takes this one, serializer. But here we have one more way to debug this API. So, but we will need the additional package for that stuff. So, and what we have to do? So, first of all, we have to install the Swagger package, which is called this this way. So it's Baco ASP.NET Core here. So let's install it to the server part, and let's create the API here. So not API, but the Swagger one. So what we need to do is just to here where we have for the build, let's add the builder.services dot add endpoints API Explorer dot add Swagger again. And next let's use this stuff. So here where we have the using directives, we can specify also the Swagger. So application dot use Swagger and dot use Swagger UI this way. And here if we will do our debugging, so instead of going to this API page when we have to explicitly call it, we can go to the Swagger road here, and here we have the person.ext API, and let's call it with the try it out. So this way we are just calling the API, we are getting the persons. So everything seems valid, and everything seems valid. So, and let's include this property that we have removed previously. So let's debug it just one more time with the usage of this Swagger. So and not this one. Try it out, execute. So it does return. We can resume the program, and here we see the valid JSON for that. So everything looks fine, but what's the case with our frontend? Let's look at it. Look a bit here. So person.ext array, and what were person.xt. Let's probably copy the name of the API from here. person.xt, I think persons wait repository, it will be so looks fine, but fortunately we are not getting the required record. So let's run it one more time. Persons, and here we are getting this DTO. Let's resume. Very strange kind of error. So, but at least we have resolved the question about how to debug the API. So that would be useful for you. But the next thing is how to get this data with extended property. Because in this scenario, we should understand that if we have the binding between orders and products, we should also include the counter property. So counter, it means how many products are included in the certain order. So, and so in the other podcast we will proceed with this stuff. So currently that's it for today, and probably this podcast will give you knowledge about how to get your hands on the Blazor WebAssembly and also to the Web API, how to debug it, and how to use the Swagger for the debugging purposes. So in the next podcast, we will look at the more complicated many-to-many relationship. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching. If you have any ideas or comments, please write me. I'm really open for discussion. And have a nice day. Bye bye.